Hey everyone, welcome to the day 4 of our 100 days of coding challenge in JavaScript. Today's challenge is all about numbers and we will be solving a fundamental problem. Let's proceed with the question. Write a JavaScript function to find all the factors of a given number. So we have to find out the factors of a given number. So let's dive in our VS Code and let's start solving it out. So if you see this particular question is already mentioned here, write a JavaScript function to find out all the factors of a given number. So let's break down this question now. So we will take this JavaScript function here. And what is the second part of it? That we have to find out the factors of a given number and that to all the factors. Okay. So when we have to find out all the factors of a given number, then we will have to take a loop. So let us see how we will be solving it out. So function we have to take. So let us assume JavaScript function we have to take, right? So let us, since it is related to finding a factors, so we will have to write here find factors. So let us create a function called as a find factors. Okay. Now let us come to this part. As I said, when we have to find out the factors of a given number, we have to take a loop. Okay. So we will take a for loop over here. Now what this for loop will do? Why we have to take a for loop? Because we have to find out all the factors of a number. So from 1, we will start checking from 1 to that number, right? From 1 to that number which has been given to us. And in that, after passing through a loop, what we will do, we will also have to keep a checklist. So we will need to have a if condition over here. What check you are going to give here? The check you are going to put it over here, that that number should be completely divisible, right? A number has to be completely divisible. Then means what operator we will use? We have seen in the previous examples, right, that we are going to use our modulus operator, correct? So in the modulus operator, what it should be, the remainder has to be 0. That means the completely divisible by 0, correct? So now let's start solving it out and let's see how it goes about it. So find factors, let's create a function find factors we will do. And let us, as soon as we write a function invocation is a must. So let us invoke the function. Okay. So we have invoked this particular function, and now after invoking, let us pass the argument to this. Suppose that number can be 12. So assume that we have to find the factor of a 12. So let us receive it over here as a number and let us just console this number. So if I console the number, and now let us test our function is written properly or not. So let us write here node and our file name. And if we see, we have here 12. Okay. So that means this function has been successfully executed properly, right? Now after this, let us comment this out. And now what we have to take? We have to take a loop. So I will take a for loop and let I is equal to 1, it will start and it will end to that number, because all the factors, right? So I is less than or is equal to number we will take, and we will have to increment it, correct? After this, what we are going to do now, this part we have done, we have taken a loop. Now we have to put a check also, right? So we will put a if condition here. In this if condition, what we will do, we will see that number is completely divisible by I, correct? So if that number is completely divisible by I, that means the remainder will be 0. And then just let us console here our I, console.log I, correct? Now let us run and test it whether we are able to successfully execute it or not. Okay. So let us write node and let us write our file name. And if you see, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. That means we are able to get the factors. Suppose I write here find factors of 6. And if I run it once again. So you see here 1, 2, 3, 6 we are able to get, means we are able to understand and we are able to get the particular factors of the given numbers. Now what, this is fine, but now let us put this in a proper way also in the console as well. Okay. So what we will do, we will take one empty array and let us give that name empty array as a factors. So whatever the factors we are getting it over here one by one, let us put it inside this array. So what we will do, let us comment it out and we will use the push method. Okay, the array method of push, what does it do? It adds up a array, right, at the end of the, right, at the end of each element you can add up over here. So what we will do, we will write here factors dot push we will do, and we will push our I into this. Okay, now then we have to console our factors. Now instead of console dot log I, we will have to console our factors. Now what we will do, we will not console it inside the if condition or inside the for loop. We are going to print it outside the loop. Why outside the loop? We will say once execution is completed and the loop is terminated, then you give me the final list of the factors. So then I will write here and I will put it the console.log, and now let us clear the console and let us see once again what do we get. If you see, now we are getting in a array 1 2 3 4 6 and 12. Okay, and here also 1 2 3 and 6. So we are getting in a form of an array. So this is fine. Now let us little bit more improvise it, how to show it in the console. Okay, so what we will do, let us use a spread operator now. How do we use a spread operator now? What is the syntax of a spread operator? The spread operator syntax is nothing but what? Three dots, right? So we are going to use a spread operator. What does it do? It spreads the elements of an array. So if you do here console.log and three dots, and if you run this particular array in one line, you will get this, right? So it has spreaded out the elements of an array. Okay, now what we will do, let us use a template literals over here and let us try to print it. So what we will do, factors of a number, right? So of a number, I will not write just a number. Let us take this number here. So how to write it inside a template literals? Dollar, and we will have to write it inside a flower braces. So number, and then if you see here, we are getting it what? Okay, the comma is missing. Let us put a comma as well, and let us clear the screen. Let us clear the terminal, and we will get here what? If you run it, we are getting factors of a number, right? We are getting factors of a number. 12 is this, right? Correct. So we are able to get this particular thing over here. Now what we will do after this, now again let us try to use one more method, that is a join method. We can get the same output using a join method. What does join method do? Join methods brings the bring together the elements of an array, right? So what we will do, let us take here console.log and let us test it. Okay, so I will write here factors, and then we will write here join, and let us put inside this, let us put a double quotes with a space. Okay, and let us now run it once again. If you run it, I get the same output. Can you see 1 2 3 4 6 and 12? Correct. Now let us take this and put it over the same thing over here as well. So we get it over here, right? Now if you just test it once again, you get the same thing in both the places using a spread syntax also and using a join method also. In the join method, let us little bit improvise it by putting a comma. Let us have a comma separated. Okay, so what we will do, in this join method we have it, we are passing an empty, right, with a space. Let us put it a comma and put it a space, and then let us test it once again. So if you see here console.log, and what I will do, factors, and then let us put join in the double quotes, put it comma and put a space over here, and let us clear the screen once again and let us run here. If you see, I got 1 2 and 3 6, 1 2 3 6, 1 2 3 4 6 and 12. That means we are getting with a comma separated as well. So let us take it here and once again put it over here, the same thing in the template syntax, template literals and everything over here. And if you see here, now clear the screen, and now if you run this particular code, you get factors of 12. Like in three places, this both are giving me the same output, but here you can see slightly difference. If you want to more make it good, you can put a hyphen, or you can put a colon also. That also looks better. Okay, now if you clear the screen, and if you clear the screen or clear the terminal, whatever we say, we get factors of 12 are this and factors of 6 is this. Okay, so we are able to get this. Now we have successfully executed and we have successfully got the factors. Now whatever number you provide, if you just provide the factor, suppose you want to find out the factor of 2, then just pass it here and run it once again. You will get it for 2 as well. 1 and 2, that is what is the factor. So that is also we are getting it up. Okay, so I'll just recap what we have done so far. As it was said to write a function, we have written a function and we are invoking the function over here, and in this then we have taken a loop because we have to find out the all the factors. So from 1 to that particular number, we have made a condition that it will be completely divisible. We are checking for each of the for each number we are checking and we are passing it over here. So I becomes 1, I becomes 2, I becomes 3, till that number we are checking, and if the remainder is 0, we are going to push it to our factors array, right? And once we get it, we are getting the factors list also. After that, we are printing it outside the loop. That why? Because it should give me a complete factors list together. And then using a spread operator, using a join method, we have printed in a proper way in the console. What does a spread operator do? Spread operator syntax is 3 dots. It spread out the elements of an array. We can see this very nicely over here. It has spread it out. What does join method do? Join method, it is going to bring together the elements of an array with a space. If you're passing the space, it will bring it together with a space. Okay, and if you pass with a comma, it will bring it together with a comma. So this is a comma separated. So that is what we have improvised our printing in the console, and we have done this particular challenge as well. Okay, so I hope you have understood this particular question. Okay, so that's all I have for today. So I hope you found this challenge insightful and you would have learned something new about the factors, loops, spread operators, join method and all. So don't forget to like, subscribe and stay tuned for day tomorrow, that is day 5. So we will come up with another exciting problem. So keep coding and happy learning, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. See you all tomorrow.